Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd and Julie Chrisley set the record straight on those divorce rumors. Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley have had enough of the speculation surrounding their marriage. Let me set the record straight. Julie said on the Tuesday, July 8, episode of the Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley podcast, "We are not getting divorced." Instead, the Chrisley Knows Best star and her husband said they are settling back into their routines after President Donald Trump pardoned them in their bank fraud and tax evasion case. In my mind, I was never away from her, and I would tell her in the emails every day, Todd, 56, shared with host Savannah Chrisley. I said, "I'm with you every step you take and feel my love surrounding you at all times." When I went to bed at night, she was right there with me. When I woke up and I did my prayers, she was right there with me. Julie, 52, added, "I don't think there was anything in my mind that we were separate or we were ever going to be separated. It allowed us to come back together." On May 27, Savannah, 27, first shared the news that her parents would be released from prison. One day later, both Todd and Julie were able to return home and be with their immediate family. The first night together, I was so grateful just to get in the bed with her, and I think you said it best. There was no awkwardness, Todd reflected. There was no, "What are we supposed to be doing?" As Julie explained, we just fell back into our routine. Todd and his wife were indicted on tax evasion, bank and wire fraud, and conspiracy charges in 2019 and were ultimately found guilty. The reality stars have denied any wrongdoing. "Even though this pardon has happened, I still was convicted of something that I did not do," Todd said at a May 30 press conference. "It could be you. It could be any of you." Todd Chrisley shares wild revelations about prison stay on new podcast. While Todd has vowed to fight for prison reform, the reality star is also gearing up for a return to TV. A new Lifetime docuseries on the Chrisley family has been in the works. Cameras were able to capture the moment Todd and Julie reunited for the first time after their pardon. "We had been filming, and we had just wrapped filming for all intents and purposes. And then we get the call that my parents had been pardoned, so we picked right back up," Savannah shared in a recent press conference. "We're excited because I think this new show is going to give people a look into the trial and things that we went through. And we're going to set the record straight. It comes full circle because we go back, and then we get to the point where mom and dad are pardoned, and now we move forward with our lives." The internet had been buzzing for weeks. Whispers about trouble in paradise for Todd and Julie Chrisley had made their way from anonymous gossip blogs to full-blown speculation across social media. From sources claiming they hadn't spoken in months to armchair analysts dissecting old episodes of Chrisley Knows Best for Hidden Tension, it seemed everyone had an opinion. But if there's one thing Todd Chrisley knows how to do, it's take control of the narrative. From the moment Todd and Julie agreed to sit down for an exclusive video interview, filmed from a cozy corner of their Nashville home, it was clear they weren't here to give half answers. Todd, in his signature tailored blazer and sleek grin, leaned forward into the camera like he was about to tell the juiciest secret in town. Julie, wearing a soft cream sweater and the calm air of someone who's been through more than a few storms, sat right beside him. Their hands were intertwined on the armrests between them. "Let's just start by saying this," Todd began, his tone dripping with his signature mix of Southern charm and sharp wit. "Julie and I have been married for over 25 years. That's longer than some of these bloggers have been alive. So if anyone's going to announce a divorce, it'll be us, and not somebody hiding behind a cartoon profile picture." Julie chuckled softly but gave him the side-eye, as if to say, "Don't go too far, Todd." She adjusted her wedding ring in full view of the camera. "Marriage isn't perfect," she said, "but it's ours. And what we've been through these last couple of years, that's the kind of thing that either breaks a couple or bonds them tighter. For us, it's the latter." It was no secret what she was referring to: the couple's highly publicized legal battles and prison sentences had put their marriage under more strain than most could imagine. The press had painted a grim picture: two people living separate lives, communicating only through lawyers and carefully crafted statements. But according to the Chrisleys, that was far from the truth. Julie explained. When Todd was away, we still found ways to keep our connection strong. We prayed together on the phone, we planned for the future, and yes, we'd argued sometimes because that's what real couples do. But divorce? That was never even on the table. Todd jumped in, unable to resist adding a touch of humor. Exactly. I mean, if Julie left me, who else is going to keep me from redecorating the entire house in gold and leopard print? She's my balance. And let me tell you, if I ever lost her, I'd be the one filing for a Save Me petition. The room filled with their shared laughter, and it was clear this wasn't just a PR performance. The easy banter, the inside jokes, the comfortable way they leaned into each other. It all painted a picture of a couple still deeply connected. They'd addressed the rumors head-on, acknowledging that yes, being apart physically had been challenging. But Julie was quick to point out that physical absence didn't mean emotional absence. People think marriage is about being together every single second, she said. But it's about trust, commitment, and choosing each other every day, no matter where you are. We've faced things that could have torn us apart, but instead, we've chosen to grow from it. Todd added, we made a pact a long time ago that we wouldn't let outside noise dictate what happens in our marriage. We've got kids, we've got grandbabies, and we've got a life we've built together that's worth fighting for. The conversation turned to the emotional toll the rumors had taken, not just on them, but on their family. Their daughter Savannah had already taken to her podcast to slam the speculation, but Todd and Julie admitted it hurt to see their children pulled into the narrative. Our kids know the truth, Julie said. They see us, they talk to us, they know what our relationship looks like in real life. But it's hard when the public creates a version of you that doesn't match reality. Todd leaned back, sighing dramatically. I tell the kids, don't read the comments. But then I go and read them myself, and Lord help me, I start thinking, do I really look like I'm hiding a secret double life? He shook his head with a smile. The internet is wild. They wanted to make one thing crystal clear. The Chrisleys aren't breaking up. Not now, not anytime soon. In fact, they're already planning what they call their second honeymoon once they close this chapter of their lives. We've been talking about taking a trip to Italy, Julie revealed, her eyes lighting up. Just the two of us. No cameras, no schedules, no noise, just us, good food, and some peace. Todd nodded. And gelato. Don't forget the gelato. If I'm coming back from Italy, I want to be at least 5 pounds heavier. It was that mix of sincerity and humor that made their message believable. Todd and Julie weren't pretending their marriage was without bumps. They were saying that those bumps were part of the ride. Before ending the interview, Todd took a moment to address their fans directly. To everyone who stood by us, prayed for us, and believed in us, we see you, we hear you, and we're grateful. And to the folks rooting for us to split, sorry to disappoint. But this love story isn't over. Julie squeezed his hand and added, if you've learned anything from our family, I hope it's that love is a choice you make every day, and we're still choosing each other. As the camera faded out, their hands still locked together, it was easy to forget the noise of the tabloids. For all the drama, speculation, and public scrutiny, Todd and Julie Chrisley seemed like what they've always claimed to be, partners, best friends, and a couple determined to weather any storm. Whether or not the gossip mill will leave them alone remains to be seen. But for now, the Chrisleys have spoken, and they've made their position clear. Divorce isn't in their vocabulary. Commitment, resilience, and a dash of humor. That's the Chrisley way.